It's true.
Last time, you guys dealt with the sin of lust, uh, journeying through, for once, what was a fairly nicer one up until everything went bad. You met Havoc's fallen brother Crash, who
Shout out.
yeah, who had passed away, giving his life so Crash could live forward. And with some renewed vigor, you are ready to head out and face the rest of the trials and tribulations of the underworld. Um, as you are all kind of being bestowed with this renewed vigor, Crash, you kind of feel it swelling inside of you. Or sorry, Havoc. You feel it.
Yeah, I was like, is he still Crash?
You feel it kind of swelling inside of you, and you feel like in a more metaphorical sense, like you could very much just reach out and grab it. And as you do, you feel it kind of suffusing your hand, and there's just this raw potential.
Right, so I'm gonna look around at the party and look at this energy, and then I'm gonna give it to Orvi.
What?
Orvi.
I wouldn't have made it out if it weren't for you, pal.
This golden light kind of passes into your chest and then just kind of washes over you, and your wisdom becomes 25.
Oh,
Yeah! I did it again. I just closed my characters and opened Kay's character sheet again.
Oops.
Oh my god. Fuck yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna go. I mean, thank you?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, your wisdom was the difference maker there, so I feel like you should have this.
Wow. Damn. I was not prepared.
Well, you know, we kind of dropped the ball getting your memories anyways, so, or whatever.
Like the magical getaway driver.
Well, thank you.
I'm somewhat concerned why the child knows what a getaway driver is.
Considering the
Don't
first
question
time
it.
any of you have seen a car was.
You can getaway driver in
Getaway
a
carriage driver.
I
in
guess.
a carriage.
You still have to drive a
I
carriage.
suppose.
Didn't you do that whole thing with Arthur?
I guess
Arthur
that's true.
Morgan?
Also, oh yeah, no, it's fine.
All right. So
So where exactly are we at the moment?
you're just sitting in
Hell.
a cabin right now.
Oh, right,
Mhm.
right.
And the tiny hut?
No,
tiny
like
hut.
just
Wow.
a regular ass cabin.
Oh, normal hut.
Oh god, the one where
Yeah.
Yeah, the one where Crash.
Yeah, the
stepped
one where he
out.
was
The hut.
waiting.
The hut of pleasant memories.
Yeah.
what if we
The
all
hot of
died?
I'm not crying, guys. My eyes are just sweating.
Well, we should probably rest up before we get a move on.
Probably.
Ignore.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Honk shoe.
Oh,
shoot.
Y'all take a
A
long
bonk
rest.
shoe.
Ooh, we honk shoe.
Your level up takes effect.
Yeah.
Okay,
Level
but
9
like,
now, right?
what if we took a second one? I don't know how important the souls are, but I haven't drunk like that in a long time.
Do you need
Oh,
another
that's-
You guys
another
are
nap?
very loud right now. I can continue, no problem if you want to, but like maybe half an hour. Maybe
I don't
half
know
a
what you're
day.
talking about.
I
feel
bang a
fine.
stick against my chest plate. Wake up! Let's go!
I explode.
Poor Bran just throws up.
Cloud of feathers.
You know, despite the shit we went through last night and the fact that we're dead, I've actually never felt better.
I cast Lesser Restoration on everyone who's drunk. It doesn't
Oh,
help,
don't
but
do- that's such a
spiritually it
waste of
helps.
spell slots.
Wait, I'm still
Oh,
drunk?
No.
No, hungover, I meant.
Oh.
It's like
I
that
don't-
thing when you like when you have a little too much, and it's like you think about like something like melted cheese a little too hard, and you just want to curl up and pass away. Do you know what I
Sorry,
mean?
where did the melted cheese come into this?
Just like anything that's like any kind of food that like kind of like it's just like like you
Oh,
can
okay.
just imagine how it feels to eat it in that moment, and you're like, no thanks.
I go stupid for greasy food when I'm hungover.
Most people do.
I have
I
to like
seek it
turn
out.
into like a vegan like almond mom when I'm when that happens to me.
Built Diffie.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
because
drink
I'm
heavily.
old.
I don't.
Same
I've never
dude.
been
I'm high-fiving
hungover.
you.
Let's go.
I don't know if I've ever been hungover.
You would know.
It's like bad enough even like when I'm sick. Like I just look at dairy and I'm like
All right.
Well,
Even when I've drunk pretty heavily, I don't think I've ever been hungover. Anyway,
once we're all rested up, I suppose we should head on out towards the next soul spot. Spot of
Yep.
soul.
All right. You guys rest up. As you wake up in this cabin, you suddenly feel the sweltering heat of the underworld again.
Ah.
Oh, it's again.
it was nice while it lasted.
You all step out of the cabin and back to the barren wastes. You kind of feel out for your souls.
Oh,
Feel
nuts.
those other two pieces that you still have yet to gather, and begin on your way. You end up walking for quite some time. Everyone, just go ahead and give me a insight check.
Insight.
Okay.
Insight. Okay.
First
Key
roll
off.
of
Oh,
deception.
Ah, man.
7.
18.
20.
28.
23. Yeah, 23.
That plus 11 is going hard.
6.
So,
Oh my god, crucified Bran.
pretty much everyone except Bran and Havoc, you suddenly feel this charge in the air. Like the ends of your hair suddenly stand up. And
Havoc's
there-
like twice as fluffy.
And suddenly there is this kind of like whirling. There are these like 7 kind of whirling clouds. Some of them different. Some of them have this like kind of fiery brimstone kind of thing about them that just kind of appears, like streaking out of the sky around you, and you see these like 7 figures just kind of like standing there, kind of like just kind of like taking you all in. You see there is this kind of like very handsome older man, gray hair, wearing this very like beautiful set of like silver plate armor. There is a this kind of like very kind of diminutive, shorter looking like almost tiefling, with like these kind of pulsing red eyes. You see there's just one of them who's just standing up and asleep, like fully on both feet asleep. There is a there is this person who's just kind of got like all of these beautiful like gems, like very like, whereas the City of Greed, everyone was kind of showing off their wealth in like a very tacky kind of like, they're mixing like metals in a very like not pretty way. This person is wearing like very like elegant looking jewelry that doesn't really seem to flaunt wealth, but is very clearly like, yeah, this person has a lot of money and means.
This is old money pretty.
Yeah. You see there's like some person who's kind of like standing off to the side, uh, just kind of watching all of you, taking each of you in for a moment. And then you see there is this just very, very, like, beautiful person. Like, absolutely gorgeous. They're, like, the most beautiful person you have ever seen in your life.
Well, good morning, strangers. How can we help you?
Hi there.
You see one of them, the little one kind of steps forward, kind of like, just kind of like, almost like flash steps up to you guys and is just kind of looking around at you. Huh.
Can
Not
we
what we
help?
were expecting, I guess.
What were you
Uh,
expecting?
I don't know, someone in more armor, I guess.
Don't need it.
I don't need armor.
Fair enough.
I do, but you know, it's
It
out.
happened.
Kind of slim pickings down here, anyways.
I guess that makes sense. You see the older guy with, like, the plate armor kind of steps forward. Now, no need to bother them. They are, after all, already on quite the journey.
I'm sorry, who the hell are you guys?
Remiss of us not to introduce ourselves. And you see he kind of bows. I am Pride.
Oh.
And the
I
rest of
see
you?
what's happening.
You see that very, like, beautiful person kind of steps forward. Lust. The person with all the chains. Greed. The very short person with, like, all the fire. Or, like, the very, like, short tiefling person. That is Wrath. You see the person who's asleep. Someone just kind of points to them. Sloth.
Right.
Well, now.
A person.
Which ones do
What
we
can
need
we
still,
do for
guys?
you?
You
Pride?
are looking for gluttony and envy as well as pride.
Oh, awesome. So then you three come with us.
I'm afraid that's not happening.
Ah, man.
Nuts.
Dang it.
But we heard there was a group out there who was just really tearing through it all. And we wanted to come see for ourselves, you see. Really.
Well, our legends
Yeah.
kind of precede us, I see, and he'll kind of like shine his fingernails on his chest.
It's a pleasure.
The pleasure's all mine, I can assure you. To be quite frank, we're all rooting for you.
Oh,
Thanks.
Why?
Why? Well,
Yeah.
very few
because
people.
we're awesome.
Very few people ever manage to escape the Underworld. That you've gotten this far, well, it does beg a little bit of reverence.
That's mighty kind.
Kind of nods.
So what is your stake in all this?
It depends what you mean by all this. If you mean ruling the Underworld, it is to punish sinners. If you mean specifically with your lot, none really.
Right, well, we'll think about you when we're famous. Anyways, we've got stuff to do today.
Havoc, don't be rude.
Well, I'm sorry, I just don't really... I'm not in the trusting business much anymore.
That's
Sorry, I'm a little quieter today. Can we help you with anything?
No, like I said, we just wanted to come see you for ourselves.
Well, take a good look and remember it, and he'll kind of start to flex a little.
Read and weep.
Read him and weep.
There are some here who would like to see you remain trapped. But I do hope that there are no hard feelings for what you're about to face.
What's
Yeah,
that
wait, hold
supposed to
on.
mean?
Clarifying question. Are you
Yeah,
guys
what
like
an ominous thing to say.
in control of the shit that we've been seeing, or what? Do
Yeah,
you have any
if-
relation to that stuff?
To a certain extent, we are the embodiments of them, but we do not control the way the world. We do not control the way the layers choose to punish you.
You're like spokespeople.
More like moderators.
Ooh,
Moderators.
Mods.
These are the mods.
like bailiffs.
Well,
Mods.
any hints?
Creepy.
Any hints on how he can get the rest of them
Mods
back
steal his
easier?
soul.
Maybe.
Do you want them back easier, or do you want them back correctly?
I'll
Correctly,
turn around. Okay.
probably.
What do we think?
Correctly.
Probably
is
Correctly.
preferable.
In that case, keep doing what you're doing.
All
Look
right.
after each other, work hard, and do the work. There are many who have tried to brute force their way through the underworlds. None of them have ever succeeded.
Well, thankfully, I'm incredibly weak and can't lift them very much.
What?
That
Maybe
was a
they
joke
just
on
weren't
brute
strong
force.
enough, but we're willing to get them back correctly.
Good.
Because that's what heroes would do.
I have a question.
Yes, little one.
Since something sort of seemed to go wrong with the wisdom, I think it was wisdom layer, are we still like able to leave or?
We don't have a wisdom layer.
Nope. I meant sloth.
Mm.
Oh,
That was Lee thinking about wisdom.
My stats! Ah!
Okay. With the sloth layer, I mean, I didn't feel the same as I did on all the other layers. Like, can we still leave or?
See, they kind of look over to the one who's asleep, and then just like one of them just pokes them until they wake up. He goes, "Huh? Oh, yeah. You probably won't turn into ash when you leave."
Building
Well,
exactly
shit, that's good enough for me.
confidence.
Probably, huh? Okay.
You see,
Well?
Pride speaks up again. In all honesty, you do not have all of your soul from that layer. Unfortunately, that part has now been claimed by the Underworld. You'll find it
Well,
very difficult to impossible to get it back.
Man.
But it won't stop you from returning and living a nice, long life. If you escape.
Good enough for me. Thank you.
He nods.
Maybe that just means you have to be a part-time lemur.
Like
I
working
hope
at a
not.
zoo.
You
Fucking.
see,
Yeah.
Pride kind of like just pats Brand on the head, like his gauntlet fully is like engulfing your head. Well, we thought we'd stop by, and we've stopped by. If you have no more questions, we won't get in your way any further.
Oh. I guess
We are-
one last question. What do we do once we get all the fragments? Do we just...
Return
I'm
to
sure
your
it's fine.
allies.
But that's true, there was the whole... Yeah, no, you're right.
Yo, what's the deal with that Thorn guy and the other guy?
Yeah.
Altarian.
Yeah. What's
He
their
is,
deal?
Here in the Underworld, there are some figures who take their work far more seriously. Make no mistake that the sinners who are sent here, we punish them as we see fit. But it is a job, and ultimately the goal is to help them overcome themselves. Some people
they-
do not like that.
Bran raises her hand.
Yes, little one.
Are they boyfriends?
It's a little unclear.
Okay.
There's a
Are
running,
they
There's a
I get
running
the
bet.
feeling Altarian doesn't want to put a label on, but Thorn is kind of head over heels. Otherwise, why would he keep doing it all this time?
Are they both, hand gesture?
Wrist upper, you know.
Are they like,
If they were, would it be a conflict of interest?
Are they at least roommates?
Well,
Is there a form that they have to fill out for the workplace implications of this relationship?
Orby is
Because if they
taking
haven't
Magic.
done that, this could be our key to bringing them down.
Paperwork?
Not the
you will
hell
find
paper.
that as much as the underworld is all about bureaucracy, the people of it are all about finding ways to circumvent it.
We have to bring them out into the light and expose them.
We have to force them out of the closet.
I don't think we should do that.
You have to wait till they're ready. That's how you defeat them.
All right, well that'll be Plan B if the whole getting our
We have
souls
to
back
we have
thing.
to have therapy with them.
Not couples
So they're ready. I'm saying this not in my character voice on purpose.
Right.
Thank you for your time.
We're flattered you've taken notice of us.
Yeah, thanks for the vote of confidence.
Well, you are the first to get this far.
Wait,
That's reassuring.
is it?
Well, it means that we're doing it correctly.
it means that we're the goats.
That's real.
You're not a goat, you're a bird.
No, but like,
What?
you know,
What do you mean?
it's okay. You're old, you don't
You
understand.
you don't know the slang.
It's
Yeah.
thieves' can't. You don't.
Orby's not very up on the kids' slang.
I'm gonna headcanon that thieves' can't is just Zoomer speak.
No.
And I
So
purchased
I was on my I was talking to my skibbity toilet last night, and
Stop
What are
this.
you speaking? You're speaking in tongues.
Skibbity Rizzler Gyat.
Stop this.
Baby Grunk Rizzler.
Please,
Skibbity,
can we
skibbity.
move
No,
on?
that's just
Please.
it's a bard cantrip.
Vicious mockery.
Yeah, that's just vicious mockery.
mocking.
No.
Please, get me out of here.
We turn around from doing all that, and the sevens
And
and
it's-
representation guys are just gone.
They kill you.
I've been gone for 10 minutes.
Pride kind of nods. Altarian wishes to rule the underworld. But he needs far more than power than he currently has if he's going to take all seven of us at once.
Are you
Oh, so
like
he wants-
worried about him?
You see he kind of like pauses. No. Not as long as you do not aid him in any way. Everything
Well,
should
He
be
asked
what
fine.
if
us
we
to-
like do by accident?
He asked us to kill this one horny lady.
That no. And
No,
we
you
won't
can't
do
call
that.
her a horny lady. That's
not?
not. I know
Well,
that you know what
yes.
that
You
means.
see, Lust kind of tilts their head and goes, "You mean this one?" And they just kind of like flick a finger, and like you see from a nearby cliff, someone just kind of like tumbles down, and a bunch of like rocks and shit.
Whoa.
Well, I don't know. I can't really see that far, but probably.
Can I make a perception check to see if it was the same person?
They're not that far, like a couple, like maybe like 60 feet away.
Oh, is that
I put my hands around my mouth. Are you guys following us?
You see, she kind of like sits up. Ow! And you see, Lust goes, "That one."
Is it?
It is Astrid, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
Hi.
See, she kind of looks to you guys, and then the embodiments of the sins, and just kind of goes, "Hi."
Fancy running into you today, hey?
Small world. Small hell, really.
Did you know that we were asked to kill you?
No, I didn't know that. I saw you guys.
We're probably not gonna do it.
No,
we're not gonna do
Oh,
it.
yeah,
do it.
probably.
I didn't want to
Do you
speak
know
for the
why
whole
that
group.
guy wants us to kill you? Since
Yeah.
you're here, anyway.
Yes, I know who that is.
Why does he want you dead?
Yeah, you see Wrath kind of goes, she's his daughter!
Whoa,
whoa, whoa,
what?
I had
Now
no
that makes even more
idea.
confusing.
I definitely wasn't guessing that.
And she kind of goes, okay, great, thank you. Thank you for that. And you see Wrath just kind of goes, gives her a thumbs up.
This feels like information that you didn't want us to know, so while I can't unknow, I'm not going to follow up on this.
She kind of nods her thanks to you. Yes.
I'm not promising the same respect. I got questions. But go ahead.
Orby just puts her head in her hands.
It seems you all
I'm
have
so
some things to
tired.
talk about. We shall take our leave. Best of luck to you all. And you see,
Hey, thanks, friends.
in that same
Thank you.
swirl of smoke, they all just kind of take off back into the sky.
Wow.
So were you following us?
No, I saw you step. Well, I mean, I guess for a little bit. I saw you guys come out of the cabin, and I was gonna I tailed you for a little bit.
Yeah, the other day that
yeah.
Thorn guy came and asked us to kill you.
He said he would we could get our souls back with no consequences, but
But honestly, we're doing pretty
Don't-
good with the normal method.
we seem
so.
to be doing it all right ourselves.
No, look. Did he say no consequences?
He said, I have notes.
I don't remember, man. It was like a whole day ago.
Look, I just would be wary of anything they tell you. Wording is
No, that's fair.
wording is binding in the underworld.
You're
They
telling
seem
me,
like
dog.
real cheater pumpkin eaters to me.
Yeah. I mean, not that it matters. We're not gonna kill you anyway. Unless you give us reason to.
I have no intention of doing that. Well, I mean,
All I
except
have
for
written down is
except for the following you part, but that was mostly because you guys kind of go faster than I do.
That's understandable.
all I have
Really, in
written
this
down is that
race, what else are you going to look at?
he made us an offer to kill the Queen of Blood in exchange for he would send us back. That's all I have written down. Not exact wording.
So
Send us back to our dead bodies.
Yeah, or something.
Great. Now I'm a whole bunch of little bits.
Great, and I just have a hole in my head.
still,
Probably
I
buried in the
would've
ground
rather-
somewhere.
Yeah.
you all are looking better than when we last saw you. More
Well, thanks.
Less-
Is that funny mirror?
fall into pieces. I don't have.
Do we
that.
still have?
I don't have that on me. That one was.
Oh.
That was Moxie's.
Oh,
It was a one-time deal.
okay.
Actually, I don't want to see
Yeah,
that
where
again
are you,
anyways.
Yeah, you guys still aren't whole. You're just looking better.
That's good.
Well,
Where
that's a
are
good
you
sign, at
friends?
least.
Scouting.
I hope they're doing well. They were very nice.
For the most part.
Anyways, if we see that Thorn guy, we're not gonna tell him that we saw you.
I'd appreciate that. I don't have any instinctive draw to souls like you guys probably do. But, for the most part, it seems like you stop being able to sense them once you're in the trial. I'm sure you've noticed that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
The rest of them are
Yeah.
that way.
Now?
I'll kind of point. Do we feel it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not.
Good.
in
For a
trial
second, I
or
thought
anything.
I had a brief idea
You
for a
really
second that
thought.
none of what just happened was real, and we were all just in another trial again.
No, I
Okay.
totally thought that too. You're so right, Havoc.
I wanted to say did the trial already start, but I thought that was a little on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
I have a question before you go.
Sure.
If you don't, it's no pressure to answer, but just out of curiosity, why are you guys here? We asked your friends, but they said that they were just here with you. So
Well, cat's out of the bag, I guess. So, I'm here to kill Altarian.
Whoa.
You
Okay.
know what? Good for you.
Good luck.
Have fun.
I believe
I
in
don't
you.
think you need it. What? I don't think you need it. I think you got this.
Thanks. Well, if we do half as well as you guys have been doing, well, or at least half as well as how you guys sound like you've been doing. I haven't been able to see that part, so.
It's
But-
kind of not been great, but we're living.
Well, what do you
We're
mean
still
it's
here,
not
ain't
been
we?
Great?
I feel like
mean,
it's
it's been
a
difficult.
rather emotional roller coaster.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's been bad.
Oh no, I agree. It's just been difficult.
yeah, it hasn't been good, but it hasn't been bad either.
It's just been.
Mm.
It's
been.
really
Mhm.
just been.
It's been 1 week since you looked at.
God, it's so.
You see, she kind of.
I used to know all the words to that song.
You see, she kind of gives you all a salute. Well, better not to travel around with me. Too big of a group, and people might start noticing.
And there's people trying to kill you.
And there's people trying to kill you.
So
Well, kill me. Well, people are trying
Yeah.
to kill you guys too, but you know,
Yeah, I mean,
me more than you.
Yeah.
we've
Yeah.
almost died. Well, almost re-died.
Well, we'll see you when we're done.
Kind of nods. And pulls her hood back up before just kind of like taking off back into the wastes.
Well,
well, she's weird.
shucks.
Real weirdo.
Anyways.
Cut to
I
her.
like her.
Cut to her like ducking under the underbrush. Bunch of fucking weirdos.
The Queen of Blood only attracts freaks. Everyone she has ever interacted with more than once has been a freak.
Has she ever interacted with someone normal?
Has she met anyone normal ever?
Was she ever normal?
Well, we know she wasn't. We saw her childhood.
Her girlfriend was like pretty normal, like her elven
She had a
girlfriend.
girlfriend?
Wasn't she dead
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not in Queen of Blood world. She's not.
Okay.
All right.
We don't have time to unpack this.
So you guys make your way, and you keep going with a little renewed vigor. With the vote of confidence of the 7 deadly sins at your back, it's kind of hard to feel like you're fucking things up. Or maybe it puts a little bit of doubt into your soul. Who knows? But eventually you keep.
We're the people's champions, guys.
As
They're
you're
rooting
walking,
I
for us.
mean,
you eventually kind of step up to this kind of like large, kind of still black lake, and you feel one of your you feel you don't feel the draw of your soul into it, like they're still further ahead, but there is something incredibly magnetic about it to you.
Is it like a rock or something nearby?
Sure. Yeah.
I want to thunk it into the center of the lake.
You see it just. What was it?
I try and figure out what's
Is
up
it
with this
like-
lake.
From the rocket, is it like actually water, or is it like a tar pit or
It's
something?
like actually water.
Oh.
As you all kind of step up to it, I would just like to go across everyone, and you look down into it, and well, actually, I'll ask first. Who thinks their character just kind of looks into it?
Oh yeah.
I think my character look into it.
Okay.
Insane
Yeah.
curiosity, yeah.
My
Yeah.
character has 0.
Either there's
impulse
something cool.
control.
Either there's something cool in the water, or I'll get to see my reflection. So
at this point, Orby is just looking at things because we've jumped down holes. We've everything's been wild.
Titania, or sorry, Yutiko.
Yeah, I'm taking a gander.
We're
we'll start
fucked if we
from-
ever come across something we're not supposed to look at.
Yeah, we
we'll
are.
start from
Medusa.
Bran. As you look into it, why don't you go ahead and really quickly just describe an idealized version of yourself?
Oh.
I think an idealized version of Bran is like a grown-up Bran who's like strong enough to like defend themselves. Uh Instead of just like running away from things, like just able to like actually like confront problems as they happen.
Okay. Yeah, you look into this reflection and you see standing there, maybe not that much taller, but a more confident looking bird kind of tilts their head back out at you. They've kind of got like a few more colorful like beads kind of like woven into their feathers and things like that. And they just kind of like give you like the bird equivalent of a smile.
Mm.
Before their reflection shimmers and fades away. Yuriko.
Fucking giant farm. It's like double fisting sweet potatoes, huge muscles. Everyone loves me.
Whoa.
Alright, yeah, you see there's this version of you
Doesn't
just
want for much.
holding two sweet potatoes and then just
And
like
they're,
fucking takes a
glistening,
yeah.
like they look
yeah.
amazing.
You're like you're not sure whether they're like covered in sweat from hard work or if they're just like covered in like a little bit of oil, but they are shiny as hell. And they're flexing with like the sweet potatoes.
I think there's like nymphs like just like ooh like just around.
Like very like Conan the Barbarian. They're like nymphs at your legs, like looking
Yeah,
up at you.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Tao.
Okay. Thinking an idealized version of Tal, just like a more dependable person, or like a busybody going to and fro helping everyone as much as he can.
Mm.
It's not like he's not doing that now, but
He's a simple monk. It's not much different than what he is already, probably. Probably just more capable.
being helpfully more capable, having even more capacity to help people in need.
Okay. Yeah, you look in, you kind of step up, and there's this kind of like hurried looking bird. You recognize they're wearing the robes of your monastery, but theirs are a little more like ornate than yours were. Almost like theirs is like denoting of a higher rank within the monastery. Kind of looks at you, kind of spares you a glance, but then it almost looks like they get called away and then they just walk off. Orvi.
I think the idealized version of Orvi is like kind of like sun weathered and is carrying food from different places, like has a bag full of interesting things and a cookbook full of interesting notes that she's maybe writing in. It looks like a little more traveled and a little more like she's seen the world.
Okay. Yeah, you see there's this version of you kind of like it's almost looking like you're looking out of a water basin at them, like a wash basin I should say, kind of look down at you and they're like it looks like they're like almost going through a recipe book before they look at you, clock you for a moment and just kind of like tilt their head, give you a nod, and you see the brief reflection of your father kind of steps in, just kind of puts a hand on her shoulder, and they share a smile before they both step off. Fred.
Fred. Fred probably looks very similar to what he does, but he's got like a handful of like faceless silhouettes beside him.
Okay. You
Like there is a collection of people that he belongs to.
You stare down into this reflection, and you see like this Fred just kind of like tilts their head, look to you. Someone puts a hand on their shoulder, and it almost seems like there's a certain amount of like banter that occurs that you can't hear, that you have to watch from the outside as they are pulled away.
Nah, nuts.
All right. Well, Havoc's definitely on stage. He's got like an award in one hand, championship belt around his waist. He's got tons of medals hanging from his neck, and the crowd is showering him with praise. Supermodels come out with bottles of champagne to give to him. He's just being lorded.
Okay. Yeah. You see, he kind of like holds up the belt, holds up the thing, the award, like it almost like he just kind of like tosses the award aside to catch a rose and just like give it a whiff and then toss it back out. And as you kind of like lean in, you see it's almost like he's suddenly swarmed by fans, and the reflection fades away. Titania.
She would probably see herself as the captain of the Royal Guard, and they are in what is it, partition? Is that what it is? Going out like on a quest, adventure, mission, whatever, and as like the townsfolk and people are like cheering them on and like giving them supplies and whatever and wishing them well and just inspiring the young people as the generation before her inspired her.
Okay. You kind of watch for a moment, and there's this older knight that steps forward. Maybe you recognize them, maybe you don't, but you get the sense that they are someone who almost seem to mentor this reflection of you. To kind of like pat them on the shoulder, pass on like this beautiful golden, like ornate looking greatsword to the version of you in the reflection, and they just kind of like give her a nod before they also disappear into the rest of the lake. I would like everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Good thing I'm not wasted on my fucking mind.
Well, 5.
I hate you, dice.
Are we within the paladin's aura?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is
8.
that?
+3. It's a
plus 3?
So
Okay.
8.
Isn't it your charisma that is higher than that?
Oh, it's my charisma? Oh, sorry, it's a +6 then.
11.
With the paladin aura thing, that's a 9.
Okay. Yuriko?
15.
Okay. Tao?
Also 15.
Orvi? Orvi's dead.
No.
Fred?
13.
Okay. Man, if only Orvi was alive.
Sometimes I can still hear their voice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I muted my mic. I said 1 million.
Okay.
Like 30 something.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you just kind of like, you watch this reflection of yourself, and you're just kind of like, and there's a part of you that's like, I could get there. This is a glimpse into the future, but there's nothing wrong with seeing that, and I could get there. The rest of the party just jumps into the water.
Whoa.
Question, Jose.
What?
Question, Jose.
What's up?
Is this a charmed effect?
No.
Son of a bitch.
No,
Bummer.
goddammit.
You think he would make it that easy on you?
I have a class feature. I would imagine it would be useful.
Welcome to the life of counter charm, buddy.
This is me for real, for real.
That's fine.
Counter charm got buffed, and I
Damn.
still haven't used it once.
I'm gonna vote.
So I'm just standing on the shore alone.
Yeah. They've all just dove into the water.
God damn it!
Yeah, you just look back up and you're like, oh, that was pretty neat.
I
And they're
imagine
just
it's like-
guys.
It's focusing on Orvie, and Orvie's going through this mental battle, and finally comes out on top, takes a deep breath, and lets it all out. And looks to the left, and it's just like 6 splashes.
It's perfectly in a line.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm gonna try before I jump in. I'm gonna cast sending to Tanya. Where the hell did you guys go? Are you okay? Should I come with? Hello? That's it.
Okay. Titania.
It
you
never
are-
works, but I want to try it anyway.
Titania, you are enveloped in like this warm, soothing water. You feel it kind of like flooding into the cracks in your armor. And then you're kind of like, oh. And then you suddenly feel it like tighten on you. And suddenly you seem to snap out of this, whatever it was that was drawing you into the water as you hear Orvie's message coming into your mind. And you are, like, you, like, desperately, like, swing out towards the shore before something wraps up around your arm and drags you further down.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you are not able to speak, so you are not able to respond.
Oh. Damn.
You, like, open your mouth to scream or, like, shout a message, but it's just, like, muffled by bubbles. So I guess technically you hear, like, the sound of muffled, bubbly screaming.
Oh, Jesus.
Bubbly screaming. Sounds
Oh.
like me.
When?
I didn't finish the joke.
Mm-hmm. Do the rest of us have this thing grab us too, or?
Those of you who don't receive a sending spell, you don't snap out of it in the same way that Titania did, but you do feel that thing kind of wrap around you, but it's more of a hug that just kind of pulls you in further.
The models, they're hugging me.
Orvie.
So warm and
Okay. I'm casting divination. This is why I kept this spell. To whatever the fuck my harvest god's name was, or whatever. I don't know if you have to specify.
Harvest Bot 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I worship Harvest Bot 4, actually.
The greatest farmer that ever lived.
Yeah, no.
Immortal.
So,
So
I get to ask one question. So I'm reading the spell. You ask one question about a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The DM offers a truthful reply, which might be a short phrase or cryptic rhyme. The spell doesn't account for circumstances that might change the answer, such as the casting of other spells.
Can you do it as a freestyle rap?
No.
Interpretive dance.
You gotta be a cleric if you want that to happen.
Damn.
So I'm going to ask. This might not be exactly the intention of the spell, so you can tell me if I need to rephrase this, but I'm going to ask,
What's the dog doing?
yeah, that's me. That's what I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask, what the fuck? No. I'm gonna ask, is jumping into the water the way to get the piece of my soul back? Or this piece of my soul back?
Fuck, man, I don't know.
Don't you do that to me, Jose.
Bro, who knows? Get in there.
What? Who are you? How did you get this number?
Orvie's trying to determine if she needs to be saving her friends or going in after them.
Mercy, Luna, we have to change the landline again.
Colin gave it out again.
The path forward lies within the depths.
Well, fuck me.
Yeah, no shit, we're in hell.
I jump in.
Alright. You jump in. Whereas for the others, barring Catania, it was kind of like being dragged down by a warm embrace. For you, you are kind of cognizant of where you are, and you feel like all these tendrils wrapping around your limbs as they pull you further and further into the abyss.
I try and calmly accept
Okay.
and see where it takes me because I don't need to breathe anymore. So we'll just see where it goes.
You don't need to breathe?
None of us
We're
do,
dead,
brother. We're dead.
motherfucker.
Oh, that's right. Right. The dead thing.
Yes.
Alright. So, you
I
all.
can't believe I passed the save and I had to jump into the horrible tendril water anyway.
You didn't have to.
I did.
You could have left them to die and then just picked up a new party.
It's true.
I wouldn't. That's not an option.
Alright.
Would be funny.
So, you are all dragged further and further down until your vision goes black. This warm water kind of soaks into your skin. Who wants to go first?
Me.
Alright. Titania,
I guess I'm probably last.
you gasp and shoot up, and you're laying in this like gorgeous 4-poster bed. You like look around. You're in a very beautiful and like ornate looking room. You hear like a knock on this set of like beautiful grand double doors.
Okay. I open. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna walk around the room,
Okay, yeah.
and look and scan everything.
You get out of the bed and you see you're dressed in this like very nice like nightgown. You like look around, like look out the window, and you see there's like you're overlooking like a training field where there are looks to be some soldiers or possibly knights to be practicing with each other.
I'm gonna put on house slippers and a house coat and go wander through the hallways.
You go to open the door and you see there's a person there who just kind of goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, Captain. We just heard you tossing and turning. We thought you were having a nightmare."
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just having trouble sleeping. If you don't mind, I like to just get some fresh air.
Of course. Would like to remind you that you do have a meeting with His Royal Highness later today.
Of course. I'll make sure that I get enough sleep. Don't worry.
Nods and then just leaves you to be.
Okay. She like closes the door gently and then tries to see if there's like is she like aware of like she has like she remembers drowning, or is she like fully in this?
You remember it like you remember a nightmare. It is very foggy and hazy. You aren't even really at this point sure if anything that happened was real. Because right now this is all that feels real to you.
Okay. Do I by chance have any memories of why I'm meeting the Royal Highness? Or is it
Give me a history check.
okay? Oh, nice. That's a 23.
You're just kind of going over new training regimens. You've been very recently
Mm.
appointed, and you've always had kind of ideas on how to improve the knights beneath you.
Oh, so this is the first like meeting.
Not necessarily the first meeting, but like one of the first ones since you got appointed.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk around and see if I recognize anyone or I'm drawn to anything. Like maybe I'll go to the training grounds.
Okay. In that case, we'll come back to you. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay. Havoc. You sink in as well. And you just kind of like stir slightly, and you see you are like kind of laying in this like, you feel like you're trundling along. Like you're in like something that is moving, and you kind of like sit up, and you see you're sitting in the back of like this of like a carriage, and you see it's like there's this like you're laying in a very comfy bed, and there's just kind of like this like it's basically like a very nice like RV you're in right now. Yeah.
Huh. Alright, well, I'll get up.
You get up, kind of like steady yourself as you feel that it's currently being pulled along. You kind of like shimmy out of the bed when you realize there's like another body in it.
Ooh. Yeah, careful. Don't wanna.
A dead body.
Yeah, oh, that thought will wash over me, and I'll kind of wash for breathing
They're
for a
breathing,
second.
yeah.
And you said the place is moving, right?
Yeah.
Oh, can I look out a window or something?
Yeah, you look out a window, and you're just like passing through some very nice rolling hills.
Huh. Well,
Strangely enough, there's only windows on one side of this building, of this room you're in, I should say.
oh, that's weird. Alright, well, can I leave this room, or?
Yeah, you open up the door, and you see you step out into like another large room. But this one's more of like a kitchen with like a little like a dining spot area for you. And you see like the reason there was only one window in that other room is because there's another room to the side of you.
Ah. Well, I'm just gonna go and find like some dry cereal or something to eat for breakfast, I guess.
You kind of go up, you start rooting around to...
I am naked, by the way.
Yeah. You kind of
Good to
start
know.
rooting around for like something to eat, and you see like from the other door kind of steps out a person who just kind of like sees you naked, doesn't even bat an eye, and just kind of like, are you hungry, Lord Havoc?
Oh, I was a little peckish. Yeah, I just woke up.
Please, please, it would not do for you to feed yourself. I shall prepare you something fine to eat.
Ah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna wait in bed then.
Okay. You kind of head back to your room, and you see by now the person who is laying in the bed with you kind of has stirred. And well, why don't you describe the person as they are, just kind of like coming to at this point?
Oh, I don't know. They're probably just some standard kind of model type person. You know, they I don't know. Havoc doesn't really. He's not picky when it comes to that kind of stuff.
That's fair.
You know, they're probably just a standard good-looking person that Havoc found the night before.
Mm. They kind of like give you a smile, kind of get up, kind of like like start picking up some of their clothes. Kind of gives you a kiss on the cheek, and then just step out into the main room. So.
Do I know what I'm doing here at all, or?
Give me a history check.
That's a D12, buddy. History is only 11.
Okay. You're not sure. From what you can tell, you're definitely in a cart. Although calling it that might be a little underselling it, considering how large it was.
Right. Do I remember anything leading up to this? Like the jumping into the pond and stuff?
Like with Titania, you remember it like a nightmare.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna sit and relax in bed then.
After a little while, you're called out. You eventually feel the carriage you're in come to a halt.
I'll eventually get dressed, I suppose.
The personal chef kind of like sets that it's very like lovely looking meal of like toast, eggs, and things like that. A very very thick cuts of bacon.
Wow. I munch.
Yeah, you kind of goes. If you'd like to step outside for a while, it appears that the caravan has stopped for a little while.
Well, great. I would love to stretch my legs.
Yeah, and you step out, like you're kind of like holding a plate, and you're like just kind of mopping up some egg yolk with a piece of bread, and you step out, and you step out of this basically like huge, almost mansion-like carriage, pulled by like a fleet of horses.
That's almost unbelievable.
And you see another person kind of steps out and kind of goes, like out of like another carriage that is just as large as yours, and kind of goes, "Oh, Havoc, there's my star. How are you doing?"
Great. Fed. Where are we?
What? You need to lay off the drink, my boy. We're on our way to the next kingdom for your next show.
Oh. I have a show?
Well, of course. People come from far and wide to see your fights. Your
nice.
Performances.
Is that well, when are we gonna arrive?
Kind of looks up at the sky, kind of shielding his eyes, and goes, should be another half a day of travel or so.
Well, I'm gonna get a jog in before we get going again then.
Oh, ever the hard worker. That's why I love you. Get out of here! And he kind of like punches you like very lightly against the chest, just kind of like pushes his fist against your like jaw.
Oh, and I'll just like go jogging, see what I can see.
As you're going, he kind of goes, "You're the best."
I'll give a like thumbs up behind me.
Okay. Who's next? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sure, I'll go.
All right, Fred. You awaken, and you kind of like come to. What would Fred's kind of like ideal sleeping arrangement be, you think?
It's probably quite fey, but it like almost completely lacks the plant element. It's like stone and like oddities, that kind of stuff. Otherwise he's fairly solitary.
Okay. You wake up, you're kind of like laying on this just kind of like stone platform almost, with like a little like a comfortable enough bed, just kind of like sitting in the center of it. There's like a little like there you're basically just like laying out in the middle of nowhere, but like regardless of where you sleep or how little blankets you have, how many blankets you have. It's always kind of just this comfortable temperature. And you see there is this kind of like, there are these various like shelves with like little knickknacks and trinkets from your travels, gifts that you've been given from various people you've run into. Kind of get up, and you just kind of like take a moment to look at one for a moment, before you see someone kind of goes, "Oh, Fred, I see you're awake."
Early enough?
You kind of turn to look at them, and you see it is your patron. Kind of go, "I hope you're well rested at the very least. We do have court later."
Cord?
Of course. All the Archfey are required to be present.
Court. Oh. Nuts.
Ah,
Yeah.
Fug.
Ah, shit, my court date's today. Fuck.
I'm the bailiff.
I gotta go fight my traffic ticket.
I gotta go whack my own pee-pee.
Sorry, guys. I know that we were having this whole thing in hell with getting our souls back, but I actually just remembered. I have jury duty tomorrow.
Right. This is my ideal self, jury duty. I... Do I... Do... This is, my apologies, bit of an insensitive question. Do you face dream?
Occasionally. Really, it's up to whether they want to or not. Some of us are a little trixier. We like to steal dreams from mortals. Whenever they don't remember, we don't really like going around sharing this fact, but whenever they don't remember them, that's usually a fae stealing it.
How very wily of you. Do you want bad dreams?
Any dreams are usually fine. It's, it's like watching a horror movie. Or,
Right.
A scary play, I should say.
No, I understand. I had a strange one. I was in hell, of all places.
That is strange. Fae don't go there.
They don't. It could be my constitution that lends itself to that.
Mayhaps.
Oh, shit.
Still, I'm surprised. I would think that by now the energies of the Fae realm would have suffused you enough that you wouldn't even think of going there. Regardless, you will be needed. Wouldn't do for the Lord of the Fae not to be there.
Lord.
Of course, you are the most powerful of us.
Is that so?
Of course. Your power dwarfs mine and all the others combined. Ever since you deposed Oberon, we were, it's been good.
Interesting, thank you.
And nods. I'll see you there. And she disappears into the thicket.
Something's not right. Deposed? I mean, I would do that.
Okay.
Strange.
Who's next? Okay.
Get him. Roll the dice.
1, 2, 3, 4. Roll a d4.
Roll a B4.
Oh my
B4.
god.
Roll B4.
Yutiko,
Hi.
you have been volunteered by the dice.
Yeah.
Alright. So, you wake up. A nice, bright, early day. You kind of step out of your house into this, and you see just like large, sprawling fields. There is enough food here to feed the entire Fey realm for, well, Fey don't really need to eat, but you know, if they did need to eat, it would be able to feed everyone forever, basically. You see there are several other people there are like a bunch of other farmhands now who kind of work underneath you, already out and about getting ready to tend to the crops, check on the fields, make sure everything's doing okay.
It's a lovely morning, ain't it?
You see one of them kind of stops by, gives you a smile. Sure is. Looks like we're gonna have another bountiful harvest. At this point, we gotta build another silo just to keep the silos in.
Yeah, I kind of laughed and I'm like, that's all thanks to your hard work. I couldn't have done it without you.
Well. Kind of like kicks the ground. Aw, shucks. Still, you say that, but none of this would be happening without your vision, Yutiko.
Oh, thank you.
Greatest farmer in the world.
I'm just doing what I
that
love.
title's stolen. That title
Yeah,
belongs
get
to someone
fucked.
already.
No, Yutiko's the greatest farmer in the world. Brackets Feywild.
Do you think Harvest Bot is like somewhere in here?
He's trying to find you now.
Yeah.
He never told anyone how he became the best farmer in the world.
My God.
My next character is gonna be a farmer with Harvest Bot as their patron.
If you can't raise yourself up, bring others down.
You kind of like watch for a moment. There are several rewards. Like, they didn't even have rewards for this before until you started doing this. And then they invented a whole category of award just so that they could award you best farmer.
Oh my god. I'm going for best farm at the Feywild, the Fays, third year in a row. It's the life.
Well, there's never been anyone quite with your vision. You know, they say people the Fae, we ain't super appreciative of farms, we being creatures that don't need to eat all that much. But then you started sending out these sweet potatoes, and we realized that there's more to eating than just eating. Sometimes food is just good.
Exactly. Even if it ain't about the nourishment, it's about the community, the culture, and the love. That's something I learned during my retconned 10 years in the material plane. Actually, I'm pretty sure I still have to eat because I'm an elf.
Yeah.
So...
Just kind of like, yes, because Fae don't need to eat, but I eat.
Yep. So I'm like, hey, you guys ever put stuff in your mouth hole? And they were like, no. And I was
What
like,
the
I'm about to
fuck?
rock your fucking world.
They've put other stuff in their
Like-
mouths, just not to eat.
You think Fae were sucking dick?
Yes.
Yes.
I think if you live forever at an eternal party, you do whatever the fuck you want.
They're
That's
not.
true.
You'll end
DJ
up sucking some dick eventually, right?
They're not DJ Khaled up in this bitch.
Not the eternal sucking and fucking.
How do you think I got a patron?
Wait, I don't think that... Never mind, we don't have to get into the politics of this.
What's your stance on the DJ Khaled not eating? Drama.
Weak
I think he's
behavior.
a coward and
Coward.
needs to be deplatformed.
True.
Batman would never.
All right. So, yeah, you kind of just like take a moment to like bask in like your success. And you're just kind of like, wow, I did that. All right. Next, we got a D6. 1, 2 is Bran. 3, 4 is Tao. 5, 6 is Orvi.
I thought I was going last because I
You can
jumped
just go
in after
whenever.
everyone
It
else.
doesn't mind. It doesn't
No,
mind. Orvi.
I refuse.
Too bad.
No!
The dice have selected.
Damn it! Okay.
Orvi.
Hi.
You
Ah.
awaken. You hear the bustle and noise of a busy city, a busy tavern underneath you. And immediately you already clock that something is wrong. You don't remember the dream, or rather the underworld, as a nightmare. You remember it as history, as fact, because it is what happened.
Okay, Orvi. Okay, Orvi. Think about this. So, what do we have left? We have Envy. We have, maybe Pride. We sort of did Pride. We have, this feels like Envy. Maybe. What other ones do we have left? I don't remember.
Pride and gluttony.
Gluttony. This, yeah, this feels like Envy. Okay, so how? I'm in a dream of my own ideal future. I'm gonna like sit cross-legged on whatever surface I'm on and sort of meditate / talk to myself.
Who's that you're drawing?
I don't know.
That's Orby. That's the ideal Orby. Okay. Orby's trying to solve the puzzle. Okay. So this is the ideal. Maybe I have to like accept who I am. Is there a mirror in this room?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look in the mirror.
You look into it. You're a little older, but you know, it's you.
Is it the version of me that I saw in the pond, or is it just me?
It's a version of you in the pond.
Okay. I forgot to mention, I feel like the version of me in the pond would probably be taller. I feel like Orby has some small race syndrome.
You are taller. You're just, you are a small race.
I know, but like taller than she should be.
Ah, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna like sit down in front of this mirror and try and like picture what I actually look like.
Okay.
And like, I don't know, like meditate on that, come to peace with it. Okay. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna put a chair against the door.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be bothered.
Okay, you could just lock it.
Yeah, I'll do both.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try and sit and like think about who my vision of myself.
Okay.
And like comparing it to this ideal person and trying to like come to terms with who I am.
You just kind of like will it for a moment. And when you open your eyes, you are still the same.
Well.
You hear a knock on the door, and you hear your father go, "Orvy,
I'm busy."
All right. Just could really use a hand down in the tavern. There's a lot of people here.
Tavern's not where you go.
Give me 5 minutes.
All right. But I'll be back in 5 minutes. And if not,
okay.
I'm gonna skateboard into your room.
No, put the skateboard away.
Kickflip sound.
Tony Hawk, the fucking Tony Hawk noise.
Instead of hearing footsteps down the hall, you just hear the.
Yeah. You hear like a kickflip sound and then the sound of people cheering downstairs.
Jesus. Oh, Harvest Bot, we're really in it now. No.
Bro, I left for like 5 minutes. How the fuck did you even end up in this situation?
Envy. Orvy's gonna keep trying for 5 minutes until her dad comes back.
Okay.
Think about what she wants and who she thinks she is and blah blah blah.
Alrighty. So you keep trying to kind of just like will yourself back, trying to be like, okay, this isn't real. Whatever this is not real. But
Yeah.
like, so you're trying. You're like trying to ground yourself. Give me a insight check.
Sure. Uh, 19. Wait. Check, you said?
Insight, yeah.
20, non-natural.
Okay. You focus for a moment and you think about the situation you're in. You think about the circumstance you've landed in. Envy feels right. It feels almost adjacent to it. But you don't think that's where you are. There is a certain sense of accomplishment deep within you. And you get this sense of, like, you get this memory of almost being a catalyst of success for the tavern. Your food draws people from all around the world. You are you are the reason it is as it is. And you realize that there is a certain amount of pride to that.
Yeah. Well, shit. How do I overcome my pride? Sorry?
No, I think I just made a stupid joke.
Okay. How do I overcome my pride? Interesting. Lee also doesn't know what to do. She's gonna lie on the floor staring at the ceiling and thinking about this until her dad comes back or she comes to a realization. I think
You can
so.
come
She,
back
she
to
as
it.
she, yeah, sure.
Alright. That leaves us with two more.
The birds.
Yeah.
Da birds.
Odds or evens?
Da bird. Even.
Okay. That's a 3. Brian.
Okay.
Well, Corey didn't get to pick. Maybe he was also going to pick evens.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's true.
No.
What are you gonna pick?
I don't care.
Alright. Bran. You
Yeah.
wake up.
Mm-hmm.
You are perhaps a little bit of a sudden, perhaps not what you were expecting, but you wake up in almost like a thieves guild like cistern, like Skyrim cistern. But
There's a Scottish man.
You can't date him no matter how hard you try.
It's really sad. Anyways.
It's also he's broken and he says the same thing to you.
You wake up in like a side room with like some incense burning to keep the smell away. but you kind of like sit up and you see there's all these like you have like these shelves of all these priceless things that you've stolen in your years coming up, working your way through the guild to this position of power. Though you are older, you feel no less like a child at heart. There's still that thrill of stealing deep within you, but there's a little bit of maturity that you feel you've gained from the dream you just had.
Wow, I love stealing. Smile. I guess Bran leaves the room and goes look at stuff.
Yeah, you step out. You see there's people kind of like you're in a bustling thieves guild, like it's not a cistern is not a sewer. I did not know.
No,
that.
it's just that you go through the sewers to get there, but it's where they store clean water.
That's
so
stupid.
Instead of dipping their feet into sewer water, which is what people on Tumblr make fun of the thieves for, they are in fact dipping their filthy ass feet in the town's drinking water.
There
in
you go.
still clean water.
Gotcha.
Still water. Sorry.
That's still water.
I'm sorry.
So, you step out. You see there's these there's like a bunch of people here who are just kind of coming back. They kind of like are like there are dozens of them who come up to you who are just like, "Hey, Bran, how do you think you would go about doing this, etc., etc., etc." There are like kind of posters hung about, almost like a wall of fame of like wanted posters. And you see there are several there for you. And they're just kind of like, and you see none of them have your name, but they do have a title for you, and it is the Quiet Crow.
Wow. Crazy, because I'm never quiet.
I was literally about to type Bran's never been quiet in his life except when he's hiding.
Yeah.
It's called locking in.
Yeah, true. Wow. I'm kind of the goat. Bran, like, that's what Bran's thinking on the inside. And, like, Bran kind of, like, walks up to people and is like, so, what's on the docket for today? Any leads on things I can steal?
Wow.
Because I am a thief and a stealer.
You see they kind of go, "Are you okay?"
Just another day.
Just another day stealing.
As a big grown-up adult stealer.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm here for it. The dissonance is crazy. I love it.
A wisdom saving?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 14.
Okay. There is this part of you that's kind of like, grown-ups don't talk like this, but you're
Yeah.
just kind of like, my dog just walked into my room.
Oh my god, hello.
Get out of here.
Oh my god.
Dog.
Alright.
Puppy. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine. What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with you?
Hang on.
You know? I'm going to go and do my job now. And Bran's just kind of like, huh. That felt weird. Better not think about it.
You better not drink about it.
Yeah.
This is not only not how adults talk, this is not how anyone talks.
No.
I love stealing. And I am the #1 stealer.
I'm so good at stealing. No one's ever been better at stealing than me.
Brian, are you a narc? Why are you talking like this?
Yeah.
You weren't a
Yeah,
liar?
to be fair, this
You are
is
a fucking liar, man?
this
Stabs
is
you.
like toddler Bran, talking in a 20-something-year-old body.
Which makes it even more funnier.
Adult Brand isn't real. He can't hurt you.
Adult brand.
Adult brand.
Adult Brand, I love filling out my taxes for breakfast.
Oh,
Shut up.
All right. But yeah, you step out, and you see. Give me an insight check real quick.
Okay.
I think adult brand is really funny.
12.
Okay. You like walk off, and that person you were kind of talking to kind of like you don't clock this, but they kind of like narrow their eyes at you as you're walking away. And there's almost like this sense for them of like, huh, something's wrong. But that's fine.
sure, it's not.
Tao,
Uh-huh.
you awaken. Another quiet day in the monastery. You kind of get up, look about your room. I imagine most of the monks, even like the head monks, kind of have this very ascetic lifestyle. Like, you have very few, like, you don't live in an opulent room, you just live in a nice one, you know? Like,
Very minimalist.
yeah. Like, you have a comfy bed, and that's, like, enough.
Like function over form.
Yeah. Like, there's, like, one of those wooden, like, training posts in the corner.
Everyone has one.
Everyone has one. If you do martial arts, you have to have one.
You have to have a mannequin of some sort. It could be anything.
Uh-oh. I guess I have to go to the store.
Okay. Gotta go pick up a mannequin.
Why do you need this? So I can hit it.
Yeah. Alright. But yeah, you kind of get up. It's like you are always one of the first people who wakes up in the monastery, so you kind of go about getting ready for the day. You realize now that in that dream that you saw with the reflections, you weren't so much you weren't so much of a like a higher ranking monk as you are the highest ranking monk.
Oh my god. I am the doer.
He's the guy.
He's the dude.
I'm him.
You step out, you see many of the other monks kind of like bow in reverence to you.
And I bow back because, of course, it's only polite.
But you're here, and you kind of like take this deep like breath, and you're just kind of like, another beautiful day in the monastery. And everyone is just kind of like, they follow your lead. You have led by example to these people, and they have nothing but reverence for you and your teachings, your ways.
Work ethic.
Yeah, it's bordering a little bit on cultish, but you've always kind of tried to curb that.
It's like, man, this is kind of weird, but no one's hurting
Yeah,
anybody.
we're look, don't revere.
Yes, truth seer. This is very weird.
It's not a cult, it's
They
an
all say
intentional
in unison.
community.
Like a fly, flies into an eyeball, they don't blink.
They don't want.
Like, no, I see nothing
Another
wrong.
one comes over. Let me get that for you, sibling, and plucks the fly off their eyeball and eats it.
No, like a frog.
I love and hate this description.
Like, no, we accept everyone from all walks of life. I see nothing wrong with this.
I see nothing wrong with this. Love is love.
Yeah, I wonder if they're roommates, and I just make a beeline to like, assume like there's a communal like bulletin board or job board, quest board, however you wanna.
Yeah, probably
Like,
like
right.
just like you kind of. I wouldn't say so much that there's like a bulletin board, so much as that you just get a stack of papers that you hand out to people that are like, here, this is the job that I think you should do. Blah 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 blah.
Tailor jobs, cool.
Yeah.
I I look at the pile and I immediately like set aside all the harder jobs for myself.
Okay. All right.
These jobs I don't think that anyone else will handle but me.
Okay.
So, like just for the love of the game, it's like at this point I have nothing to prove. It's like no, this is what I wake up in the morning for.
Okay. So, everyone, now that you have been kind of introduced to your environment, I would just like everyone to roll me a... Go ahead and just roll me your highest check.
Highest check?
My highest check.
Your highest
Proficiencies and
skill
whatnot?
check, yeah.
Okay.
All right, time to roll deception.
I'm scared of this. This is
Okay.
It would be high. This would be
Here
way
is-
higher, but I gave 5 of my points to Lee.
It'd be
Because
really
having 30 charisma as a dancer bard was fucking stupid.
acrobatics go. Fuck.
I got a 28 stealth.
Okay.
22 athletics.
Okay.
I got 33 deception.
Fuck,
Girl.
I'm lucky.
16 acrobatics. I rolled a 6.
Okay.
26 insight.
Titania. Phoenix.
29 intimidation
Fred.
or persuasion.
25 persuasion.
Okay. So I think our lowest was a 16.
Yeah.
Okay. So, maybe off to a little rocky start, but all of you kind of like, as you all kind of settle into these lives, you quickly kind of find that you begin to excel in them.
Oh boy.
You are after all the best at this.
Number
And
1.
You feel for a moment like you are doing good, and you see that there's like this kind of feeling within you that you're like good. But it's kind of like this part within you that just kind of like seems to swell as you are doing good, and there's this kind of voice in the back of your head, and you aren't sure for a moment if you're really hearing it at all, but there is just this kind of like unmistakable whisper of if you are not the best, you are nothing.
Can Orby do her first day now that I know what I want to do?
Sure.
I came up with this is such a stupid idea, but it's the only thing I can think of and the only thing Orby can think of. When my dad comes back, I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna look around at the tavern that is apparently very busy. And I'm gonna go, I can probably do this, but if I do, it'll be with a bunch of other people's help. And then I'm gonna go in the back and I'm gonna try and cook the worst food that I possibly can.
Okay.
Whoa.
Ah.
I'm gonna put aside everything that I have ever learned about cooking food, and I'm gonna try and make the worst food known to man
Okay.
Wow.
Go ahead.
to feed everyone in this
Wild
tavern.
previous food.
Okay. Give me... Actually, no. You can just do it. You just, like, start grabbing shit and throwing it into the thing. You're like a little bit of dirt from the ground. In you go.
Yep.
Half of a raw chicken. Put that shit in there.
4
Yep.
cups of salt.
18 cups
Only
of
4
oregano.
cups of salt?
1 gallon of turpentine?
Whoa. Dad, where'd you put the arsenic?
A lit match?
But as you're going, you are like purposefully trying to do this, and you feel for a moment your muscles lock up as you first begin to throw the first thing that you know shouldn't go into a good meal into this thing, It's almost like something is trying to force you back on track. Give me a strength saving throw.
A strength saving throw. Oh boy. Okay. That is a 14.
Okay. So, on a 14, you are able to kind of muscle through it. It wasn't a very strong force, just almost like something deep inside you that's like, hey, what are you doing? But you start tossing this shit together, and you see you kind of step out where like hold it. It's like a Krusty Krab burger when they're trying to fucking kill the fucking health inspector.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like someone, like people are like, oh, okay. And like as soon as the smell hits them, this place empties out like that.
Sick.
And you see your father comes down. He's like, "What just happened?"
Whoops.
I'm not the greatest chef in the world, Dad. I'm just a chef. I don't know. I guess I had a bad day.
Oh my god, we're fucking ruined! You idiot!
Maybe.
And he just fully unloads on you, like in a way that
Okay.
you know your father never would have.
I sit there smiling through it with my biggest customer service smile.
It's like, how am I supposed to know that turpentine was bad for human consumption?
But yeah, he is just yelling and screaming, and I would just like you to make me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
With advantage?
Yes.
That's not the best, but saving throw 21.
All right. As he's kind of yelling at you, and you know that your dad kind of would never do this to you, there is this part of you that's like, you've already kind of said it. I could do this. This is not an unattainable goal. And even if I wanted to, and even if I never got here, I could still live a happy life and be proud of what I do without having to be the best at it. And you see for a moment, there is this like silver light that like crack that just appears in your father's chest. He doesn't seem to notice it, but you see that like crack appear.
Just for like a second, or?
No, it's there. Like it's just like static there.
Okay.
A guy like me, I'm plunging my hand in there and trying to rip out the pride.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Whatever you say, Northern.
No. Your father's being influenced by the quote-unquote stew fumes.
Me when I fart.
God damn
Is
it.
he still yelling?
Yeah?
Orvy's just gonna leave.
Okay. He goes, "Where are you going? If you leave, you're gonna be nothing, and you'll always be nothing."
That's not true. I'll be something. I might not be the greatest, but what is happening?
Oh my god.
I might not
Avoid
be.
hungers.
Yeah, I might not be the greatest, but I'll be something. Don't have to be the greatest. You knew that. The real you knew that. That's why you were happy with a simple tavern life. And if that's all I get, I'll be happy with that too. Well, I mean, I will go do some stuff, because I don't want to end up like sloth me. But I probably won't be the world's greatest adventurer, and that's okay.
You're just like giving him big
And I
eyes.
leave.
It's just funny to give him big eyes.
It was really, like, because I'm just, like, watching your screen as I'm talking, it was really fucking ominous to see it just keep getting bigger. There we go.
Oh my god.
Me,
Adventure
right?
time.
Me after one sip of the turpentine stew.
Granted adventure time.
Okay. So, you step outside, and that white light, as you're kind of like, as you kind of make that monologue, you see that white light in from that crack continue to shine through, and then just kind of spread out, and spread across the room, and begins to rush out over you, and it envelops you, and your world goes white, but you are not sure where you end up. Not yet, at least.
Sick. Okay.
All right. I would like everyone except for Orvi to make me another check with their highest roll.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Acrobatics. You don't you fucking fail me.
Do bad, idiots.
Why?
Do bad at it.
No.
I
Your
rolled a
pride,
impos-
Earl.
It's impossible for me to do that.
Abandon your pride.
What's funnier, rolling with my acrobatics, dex save, or initiative?
I rolled a 15.
Okay.
I rolled deception for 34.
Okay.
I rolled
Ah.
16.
I rolled a 33.
All right. So who rolled below 20?
Me.
Me.
Okay. So, Titania, you were kind of crushing it earlier in the day. You know, you had your meeting with the king. Awesome. Now you're kind of out on the fields with your subordinates, getting ready. There's been some kind of call for aid, and you, as captain of the guard, were kind of like one of the first to volunteer. But as it goes, you realize that you are kind of being left in the dust. There's a lot of logistics and things that you have not been prepared for. And you are finding yourself falling behind, and there is this pressure from those around you to keep up, to be better. And you see people are like hungry and they're tired. And there is this voice that once again swells up within you. And it just kind of goes, if you are not the best, you are nothing.
So there's like a group ahead of me, like way ahead of us, and then my crew is like hungry and tired.
You haven't even gotten to where you're supposed to go yet. You didn't have enough rations. You hadn't planned out the route properly. You are feeling incredibly overwhelmed by the responsibility of this position.
I'm gonna gather my crew around.
Okay.
And like get on a box. Okay.
Maybe if you hadn't packed the speaking box, you would have been able to bring more food.
It was a crate full of food. What do you want from me? Okay, let me think about this for a moment. Okay. We're tired, we're hungry. And I take full responsibility over not planning for how long this would take us and for how many rations we would go through. However, we need to work together on this. If we can form a small team to go foraging, a small team to go hunting, and a small team to keep watch here at the base, we can get there no problem. We just have to work together.
Give me
And go
a
ahead.
persuasion check.
That is a 27.
Okay. They seem a little reluctant to keep moving forward, but with your speech, these people trust you. They're willing to give it a little more. Yutiko. You're realizing all of a sudden that having a farm this large and all these people working under you, this was never what you wanted. You wanted to have a nice farm. You wanted to be able to, you wanted to build a community. You wanted to foster that, like that friendship amongst the people around you. But you didn't want to be like, it was never about being the best. And you're kind of falling behind. You realize that some wild animal or other, some large rabbit, just like a huge, absolutely giant rabbit, unconscionably sized rabbit, just destroying.
Yeah.
An irresponsibly sized rabbit.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Who made this rabbit that big?
absolutely
Probably me.
gigantic. Completely just devastating parts of your fields. And who knows, maybe you could have gotten there if it had been a smaller farm, or if you had been properly prepared. But you can't help but feel like part of this is your fault for pushing further than you should have.
Well, I mean, I guess that rabbit is gotta keep from going hungry too.
You kind of say that and like try to like bring up the mood, but like you see most of your farmhands are just like far too exhausted, having watched a bunch of their hard work suddenly get devoured, to really be like, yay, okay, I guess.
Well, hey, if the Fae ain't eating it, then something else has gotta.
If the Fae ain't eating it, the hay is eating it. What?
Oh.
What are you doing to our boy's eyes? Why are you putting U's in his eyes?
No.
Oh, what's
Okay.
the obsession with this creature's eyes?
I don't know. It's just funny to make them weird.
Why is he wanted dead or alive? What did
Yeah,
he do?
wait, when did that get there?
Brand's just really fun to draw.
Yeah.
What
I
did he
wasn't
do?
looking out for
This
that
one
part.
was actually Tao,
What are his
Oh, true.
but
crimes?
though this one was
What
better.
are
Yeah.
his crimes? What did he do?
It's just fun drawing little bird guys.
He's a stealer.
Yeah, he's a Steeler, bro.
He's a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah. He steals stuff.
Brand should have been
Good
stealing
worker.
goals instead of stealing money.
This episode brought to you by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow.
Yeah, when you said on the fifth
the name
time
of
you
the
said
Thieves Guild.
Steeler, I put a Pittsburgh Steeler logo in chat and said he's running a sports team.
That's the name of the Thieves Guild.
The Steelers.
Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
What's Pittsburgh? Don't worry about it.
That's where the Steelers are.
Ah,
It's the pits.
The Pits.
Alright. Orby, you
Yes.
kind of feel yourself turning into just like raw, almost like spiritual energy.
Oh boy.
You feel this draw, like you are a light in the darkness of this lake, as you could, if you wanted to, resurface. But you also see the rest of your party sinking down further into the depths.
I'm gonna go grab him.
Okay, who would you like to go to first?
Great question.
Who's your
Don't
favorite
worry,
friend?
we're all going to take it personally.
Who's my
It's
favorite
a
It's
friend?
only gonna matter a lot.
Okay, I gotta pick up. I gotta grab the baby.
Okay.
That's fair.
Whee!
Titonia would
Whee!
approve of that, actually.
So, Bran.
Havoc's like, wow, you went for the baby before me? Okay, man.
Yes, Havoc. Listen,
Whatever.
Havoc, I
I
thought
guess I'll
you
go
could
back to my
handle
sex
it.
carriage.
I thought you could
I
handle
see
it
what it's like.
yourself. I thought you were big and strong enough to handle it yourself.
No, it's fine. I see. I see.
Okay. Bran. You are partway through, like you find yourself kind of like crawling through an air vent, like, and you're like about to mount like an epic heist of some sort.
Mission Impossible music.
Yeah, just like very
somehow.
quietly like humming it to yourself. Some people underneath you are like, "What the fuck is that noise?"
Must be the wind.
Must be the wind.
Remember when he said that Brad's nickname was the Quiet Crow?
Well, they don't hear any crows.
It's ironic.
And you see suddenly a door to this room slams open, Bran.
Yeah.
And they're just like, "What the fuck?" And Orvie is standing there, like looking crazed.
Bran! No, I'm kidding.
No, I mean absolutely. If you want to do that.
Hey, I'm
No,
looking
I
for
don't
a
think do
baby. Weird crow adult.
I don't think she would. I think so. He's in the vents, and I go into the room.
Yeah, there's two people in this room who are like, "Oh my god, who are you?"
I just walk in and I go, Bran, come out here right now.
Bran, you vaguely remember who this person is from your dream.
I hold out a cookie.
Do I know you?
Yeah, you
You
do.
say this from the vents, and the people who are standing in the room go, "What the fuck?"
Get out of here.
Huh?
I kick their shins until they leave.
Oh god, Jesus, okay.
In her spiritual form, Orby has been possessed by the spirit of Kay.
That was shin kickery.
Bran, I need to talk to you.
I'm kind of in the middle of something. Can it wait? Or
Nope.
okay, then please, if you could make this like,
I'll make it
brief.
as quick as I can, hun.
Okay. Then
Do you come out of the vents?
yeah, you see this bird come out of the vent.
My goodness, you are tall. I look up a whole 3 inches.
Yeah, I've always been told that I'm pretty tall for a Kenku, so
An adult.
So I am gonna do I want to do that? No. I am gonna look at Bran, I'm gonna go, do you remember who I am?
does Bran remember?
Vaguely, from, like I said, you vaguely remember them from your dream. You can give me another history check if you like.
Sure.
I want to guide you.
Okay. What is guide? Oh, that's
This
a
is
plus
right.
4,
Yeah,
right?
the stranger no, it's a
D4.
plus 1d4. The stranger walks up to you and is like about to touch you in the face.
Ah,
I'm not a stranger. You know who I am. Take the cookie.
okay. That's a 14.
Yeah, just like vague like snippets of this person feeding you cookies, basically.
Sure, I'll take it. And then crunch.
Bran, are you
He has not
the
slept
best
in
at what you
days.
do? Yeah. Are you the best at what you do?
Am I the best at what I do?
That's how you feel.
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty good.
And do you think that you would be happy if you weren't the best?
I mean, I guess as long as I got my jobs done properly, right?
Maybe like as long as you did your best, even if you weren't the best?
I mean, I guess. Maybe?
The world explodes.
Yeah. Suddenly we explode in light.
Whoa!
Bran. What?
Bran gets raptured right away.
That's a bait. That is a child, Jose.
This is Tao. Again.
I thought the wanted poster was Tao.
No, the
Sorry.
Wanted poster
They're
is
the same
Bran.
bird.
No,
Yeah,
this
no,
one-
you can tell
Orbeez-
it's Tao because the beak is like small and
True.
stubby, like a putu bird.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because that's
Or-
that's what Tao is.
Orby is gonna say, Bran, you remember this? We're trying to get our souls back. Do you remember that part? We've been traveling, and we're trying to get our souls back, and we gotta become our better selves. This is an insane thing to say to someone in Bran's context.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's hard, but everything we've done so far has been hard, and we've done all of it.
Right.
You gotta let go of your pride, huh?
Okay. I'll try my best.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait. So you made me make a wisdom saving throw, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Bless on Bran.
Okay. Go ahead and make
Yippee.
me a wisdom saving throw, Bran.
And I'm gonna go.
Is Bless is
That's all I
advantage,
got,
right?
hon.
Bless is a
No,
D4 to
it's,
saving throws and attack rolls.
A D4 to saving throws if
Okay.
Jose makes you make them.
All right.
And I'm gonna go. That's all I got, bro. That's all I got, hon. You just gotta remember what. I'm being the worst spiritual guide known to man.
Yeah, you
Psychopomps.
guys have to be okay
That's
with
not true,
failing-
actually. I feel
You're
like
failing at
Fred
a
was
psychopomp
arguably
school.
worse.
You gotta be okay with the fact that it's okay to suck sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay not to be
As
the
long
best.
as Bran's getting money, I don't think they care.
Sucking's great, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
if
What
you're
did
the
we just
best, you
talk
got
about
nowhere to
today?
go.
What were you? Jose, did you tell me to make a wisdom saving?
Yeah.
Okay. And then plus the D4.
Please.
Wait,
No, motherfucker!
I have a heroic inspiration.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Please.
Shit!
Oh,
Let's go, dead bird.
damn.
God damn it.
That's a 6. I hate these digital dice.
Well,
Then don't roll with them.
Well, I'm doing D&D from my bed because my back hurt.
That's fair.
Okay.
I don't like this image, Colton.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to be clicking. There's just too much of this world feels too real to you.
I guess I'm just gonna follow you around and be annoying about it for a bit.
Okay. It's not like I can really stop you without getting violent, but I feel
And
like I
feed
don't
you
want to do
cookies.
that.
I appreciate that. Have another cookie.
Okay. Crunch.
Okay. So, you just kind of follow Bran around for a while. I would like a break. We're gonna take a break.
Okay.
Sure.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Okay.
Make food.